Hey guys, so today we're finally finishing the Love is Strange visual novel. I know I've been gone forever. It's been like a month or 2 months more like. And I just wanted to fill y'all in a little bit on that. But basically what's been going on is there's been some family issues that have needed dealing with. We had a death in the family. There have also been health issues on my end and, working around all that. And basically I just either didn't have time to film a lot of times or I didn't feel like filming because of those two things. But I'm back. Tomorrow I am starting my job again. Summer vacation's officially over for me tomorrow, and I will be going to teacher training. So much fun. Not. And so I'll be on a more even schedule, so I will be able to give you more updates because I'm basically going to have someone forcing a schedule in my life. Which, if you remember from your summer vacation or if you're going through it right now, you know that you can get lazy really fast. Yeah, so let's finish this up. Load. So where we left off, we were playing with Chloe and it was near the last day. And I think this is the day that they are supposed to present their project, or Max is supposed to present the project. I'm so jittery, I can barely pay attention in class. Every time the light shifts, I just get distracted thinking about what to do for the photo, when I should text Chloe, what kind of angle I want to take. Even if we don't win, this photo is going to be important to me and to Chloe. Oh my god, I gotta sleep. It's gone. It's gone, I guess. It's going to be the last thing we do together before she goes. It's going to be ours. Sounds like Max is trying to have Chloe's baby. I was almost late to class today anyway, which isn't helping my distraction. I forgot Chloe doesn't set alarms, of course, so I just woke up to Joyce yelling for me and Chloe's elbows in my face. She'd only grumbled and rolled over when I'd untangled her legs, got dressed, and hurried out the door, so she's probably still asleep. Just as I think so, though, my phone buzzes. I have to wait for the teacher to turn around before I can check it. Meet me out front in 10 minutes. In front of the school? Yes, Max, in front of the SKOOL school. I look out the window a little anxiously, but of course she's not there. Knowing Chloe, she probably just rolled out of bed, waking and baking as I think about her. My class ends in 10 minutes. I have another one starting up in 20. I know that Chloe knows that. I don't know what she's planning yet, but whatever it is, it's probably something totally irresponsible. Something Joyce would shake her head disapprovingly at the very least. I shove my phone back into my pocket and do my best to focus back in on the lesson. I'm too old for Chloe's shenanigans to be giving me butterflies. Chloe is not front when I hurry outside after class, so I'm stuck waiting for 5 minutes, checking between the road and the time and worrying about class and Chloe in regular intervals. I'm checking my phone for the 5th time when there are 3 sharp honks of a car horn, and I look up to see Chloe's truck parked in front of the academy steps, her grinning at me from inside. Hey there. I hurry over, slipping my phone back into my pocket and folding my arms up on the gap left by the open window. Hey. Excited to see me? Naturally. That just makes her grin wider at me and I just smile back, leaning forward a little so there's a little less of a barrier between us. Forgot I have to make decisions. Can't get enough of me? You really won't get off my case this week. Although I didn't mean to say it like that. Damn, but look at Max. She's like, yeah. At first she looks startled, then when she sees my expression, which I'm sure is just a stupid grin, she just beams at me, skidding closer to the window so we're face to face. Don't pull this on me, Caulfield. You're the one who wanted to partner up in the first place. Because I knew no one else would dare to put up with you. She gasped in mock offense, pressing a hand to her chest. Then she just grins again, leaning forward a little more. No one else would be able to handle me. I'm about to retort, hopefully with something snarky and clever, but then our noses brush. I hadn't realized she'd gotten so close. Out of instinct, I lean back a little, surprised. Chloe blinks at me, then gives a nervous chuckle and leans back too. Anyway, speaking of, what do you say we get this show on the road? You seriously want to ditch right now? You seriously don't? Chloe, I have class right now, actually. You do too, if I'm remembering correctly. You honestly are such a squirrel. As I'm giggling at her unironic use of square as an insult, she just rolls her eyes in my direction and goes on. Come on, dude. If there was ever a reason to cut class, it's to do this. You're pursuing your passion or whatever, right? Don't pretentious art schools like Blackwell have an addendum. I can never say that. It excuses absences if you're inspired or something. I doubt it. And your best friend who's leaving town tomorrow is telling you to. Well, the sky's really pretty right now, look. I don't know if she's being sincere or just teasing me, but when I tilt my head back to look at the sky, it is really pretty. A clear blue leaching out from the fading pinks and purples of early morning. I sigh. Let's go. Chloe raises an eyebrow, but reaches forward and unlocks the door anyway. Geez, I thought you'd be a harder sell. I climb up into the truck, toss my bag underneath my feet. What made you think that? You always get so whiny whenever I try to get you to do something. What's the world? Where do you like? Delinquent, right? She pouts in my direction for show, and I laugh and shove at her shoulder. Who's whining? She chuckles, spinning our keys around one finger. I lean back and watch them circle. Besides, it's not like convincing me to be with you is that hard to sell. Damn, Max. The keys fly off her hand and hit the dash, and I flinch at the sound before glancing back at her in surprise. She'd winced when the keys crashed against the car too, but now she's just looking at me a little wide-eyed. You're scaring her, Max. This time I really can't help but get kind of flustered. Honestly, Max, could that have sounded more gay? No, I get it. I know. I'm irresistible. Among other things. All good things, though. I just chuckle, unable to deny it, and reach down to get her keys back for her. She turns the car on, the truck kicking a few times before rearing into action. Alright, let's bail, before the dog freaks. Big dog. I'm sure they'll understand. I mean, the deadline was so short, I bet tons of people are scrambling. Dude, who cares? You're officially... She pauses for a few seconds, just long enough to pull out of the academy property. Off Blackwell grounds. God, living in school must really fun with your head. No worrying about class or deadlines or homework for the rest of the day, alright? If you say so. No, you're the one in charge here, Max. You're calling the shots. Oh, get it? Calling the shots? Like it's a photo fight? Ah, you're hilarious. I know. Anyway, I want you to say, I'm not going to worry about class or deadlines or homework for the rest of the day. Okay, I won't. Word for word. I just roll my eyes, trying not to giggle. I fail. Isn't paraphrasing good enough? Chloe scoffs, and suddenly the truck slows to what's basically a crawl. Chloe leans back lazily against the seat, looking at me sideways. I mean, I guess it's passable, but so is, reaching our destination 2 hours from now. Chloe, I'm not going to worry about class or deadlines, or you're such a pain in the ass. Truer words have never been spoken. I end up having to deliberate through giggles. I'm not going to worry about class or deadlines or homework for the rest of the day. Happy? And my best friend Chloe Price is going to have my undivided attention. I smile at her, leaning back against the seat. And my best friend Chloe Price is going to have my undivided attention. She grins back at me, revving the car back up to what's probably a little above the speed limit. And also, I'm finally going to admit she's the hottest person I've ever. In your dreams. She laughs high and pleased, and I smile. I forgot she's high. Facing forward again and settling farther down into the cracked leather. After being in silence for a minute, I finally recognize the slight, tiny music coming out of Chloe's car stereo. Stereo. Oh, it's a song I put on Chloe's CD, one of mine that I'd hoped she would like. She glances over at me curiously when I speak, then looks back at the stereo. I don't want to have to wait to listen to it. That's okay. I mean, that's totally... Do you like it? I love it. You've got good taste after all. Buried under horrible fashion sense. Oh, you suck. Max looks shocked. Hold up. Biz. Same, Max. When I glance back at her, though, she's just smiling at me again. It might be the sunlight reflecting, but her eyes seem soft. Thanks, Max. I just blink at her for a second, then smile back. You're welcome. Alright, enough of this mushy shit. Let's get this show on the road. She brings us up to 10 miles per hour. Over the speed limit. And then we're really on our way. I was like, where are they going? Of course. The sky is pure blue when we reach the junkyard, bright and clear, and it makes me feel optimistic despite the butterflies starting to take flight in my stomach. Don't make that face. What face? This one. She pulls some kind of exaggerated pout. I definitely do not make that face. Yeah, you do. It's the face you always make when you're worried about something. But you shouldn't be worried. You're gonna take an amazing picture. How do you know? Because it's you. But it's not going to get taken if we just sit here and mope about it. Come on, let's go. She grins at me and climbs out of the truck, coming around the side of the truck to let me out. What a nice person. How gentlemanly. Well, I'm with a lady, so what are you thinking for the shot, Max? I look around carefully. There's so much to catch the eye here. Overturned appliances and metal shining in the sunlight, and the bright colors of the trees and sky above all else. Huh. She wants me to take charge. I don't know where to start. God, I have no idea where to start. Chloe looks at me, then looks around the junkyard too, puts her hands on her hips. That's okay. We have all day. It's intimidating too. Chloe snorts. You're trying so hard to stress yourself out about this. It's because it's stressful. Listening to you talk is stressful. I'm still looking around, frowning up at the sun to judge brightness, when there's a sudden sharp tap on my head, and I spin around to see Chloe grinning, a stick in one hand. She tosses me the other, then raises hers, fencing position. Loosen up a little, would you? Oh, you're on. You're so lame. I go after her and she laughs, taking 2 steps forward and swinging at me again. It feels different than it had even just 2 days ago, goofing off and playing pirates with Chloe, heavier and more valuable now that I know it's not going to last. Oh. Still, it's hard to... I'm cold. I gotta get a blanket. Check out my super bad Sailor Moon blanket, y'all. That's right. Get all toasty. I had to put this beanie on before I started filming because I had started filming before a little bit, and I realized I looked like a teen boy, and now I look more like a teen boy, but at least I look like a more fashionable teen boy. Oh, I need a haircut. Still, it's hard to feel that weight of wistfulness when Chloe's poking me in the ribs with a broken tree branch, laughing like there's nothing to worry about, lit up all blue, and smiling against the sky behind her. Get your head in the game, Max. What? You're the one. Suddenly, I lose my footing and go tumbling backwards, landing flat on my ass between a moldy mattress and another stack of tires. Damn it! Chloe, exceptionally smug, steps over my knees and crouches down, just above my hips, tipping my chin up just slightly with her stick. Oh, the turntables. Yeah. And now for my victor's speech. Oh, Arcadia Bay, thou hast seen the most glorious sight on this holiest day. You're crazy. You're crazy. You make me crazy. Her hand slips a little off her face, but she doesn't stand up. You're scaring the crap out of Chloe, Max. Instead, she just looks at me more intently, tossing the branch aside and crossing her arms over her squatted knees. I'm still trapped between her calves. Here? Dang. Ooh, how crazy. I sit up, but she still doesn't move. She's looking at me like she's trying to figure out an answer, but I don't know what the problem is. What do you mean? Like, she trails off a little, breaking eye contact. I try to peer into her face, and when our eyes meet again, she seems to get some conviction back. Like, if I asked you to do something actually crazy, something maybe kind of stupid, would you? Like what? Weirdly, that seems to surprise her, and she falls back on her haunches a little to look at me. Does it matter? My first instinct is to say, yeah, obviously it matters, but the fact is, Chloe really does make me crazy, to a point where I really feel like it might not matter. I'll do whatever she asks. Probably not. Partners in crime, right? That's the spirit. But really, like what? She leans back a little farther, then stands up, giving a vague hand wave. Nothing. I'm in the moment. Don't be mysterious. You can't stop me. Anyway, aren't we here to take a photo? She steps aside so I can stand up, then laughs when I come up scowling before jerking her head in the direction of the school bus, urging me to follow. Come on, I can't help you out with artistic vision or whatever, but I can show you a better vantage point. She leads me to one of the biggest fixtures in the junkyard, the rusty and slightly lopsided school bus, and looks at it appreciatively, hands on her hips. Then, without too much ado, she moves forward and scales it. A second later, she's beaming down at me, cross-legged and smug. Up and at him, Supergirl! Chloe, I'm going to die. She grins at me, then gets up again, crouching down and offering me a hand. If it were just your clumsy ass here, sure, but come on, I won't let you fall. I eye her skeptically for another second, but she just beams relentlessly back. You better not. I reach up for her, and she pulls up, letting me brace myself on the rusty walls and the window that creaks worryingly under my feet. Okay, so it's more lopsided. For a second I wobble, and my hand tightens around hers. Jeez, Max. She gives my hand a sharp tug, and I come shooting up onto the bus, her other hand going to the small of my back to steady me. Whoa there. You good? We're so close together again. Her hands are calloused and warm. I'm good, thanks. Sure. She just keeps looking at me. I end up being the one to pull away first, closing one hand into a fist and lifting the other over my eyes to survey the junkyard from above. This is great. You can see everything from up here. Yeah, I like it. It's relaxing. I hear her shuffling around behind me, then the creak of metal beneath us. I turn and she's taken a seat again, a joint dangling between two fingers and a lighter in her other hand. Is that all she does? Is smoke? I grin at her, reaching into my bag for my camera. Well, I'm glad you're coping with stress in a mature fashion. Don't knock it till you've tried it, Max. I grin at her and almost turn to survey the landscape again, lifting the camera slightly, but then pause just to watch her. She doesn't pay me too much mind, just lights her joint and brings it to her lips, exhaling gray. She's beautiful like this, all faraway expression and loose limbs, ember glowing soft orange between her fingers. Wait. She glances up at me, about to lower her joint, but I quickly wave my hands. Don't move, stay like that. She does, legs still propped up and joint burning soft colors between her fingers, watching me curiously as I scale back down the side of the bus. What are you doing? Stay like that! I settle back down on the ground and take a few steps back, squinting up at her and taking a few steps from side to side, judging the light, the sense of space. Chloe watches me for a minute, then just chuckles, shakes her head, and brings the joint back to her mouth. You're such a weirdo. And just that, the way she draws her legs up a little higher, lifting her arm again and looking away, her expression going far away like before. I draw the lens up to my eyes and snap a photo, Chloe lounging on top of the bus, smoking with the bright blue sky behind her. Wow. Pleased with yourself? This is it, Chloe. Both her eyebrows raised, and she rubs the cigarette out against the roof of the bus, swinging her legs over the side. What do you mean? It should be the photo we submit. Are you serious? She hops down and comes towards me, leaning over my shoulder to look at the photo in my hand, warm against my back. Oh, nice photo. But it's just... I glance over at her and she seems to struggle for a minute for words, glancing at me and then away. It's just me. Yeah, there's feeling behind it. Look at your expression here. She takes it from me, frowning at it, one arm still over my shoulder. I mean, are you sure? It's really just me smoking on a bus. Shit, is that even gonna be, like, incriminating? No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I take it back from her, looking at it again. Chloe, lit and striking against the stark colors of bus and sky. It's perfect. This is Chloe. This is how I see Chloe. Beautiful at the center of everything, almost far away enough to be untouchable. Almost. It almost has an Into the Wild kind of vibe to it. That finally gets Chloe to snort, squeezing my shoulders before letting me go. That was cheesy. You're so pretentious. Besides, there's no way I'm ending up like that guy. Spoiler, he died. I didn't really mean it like that. I was just thinking of Chloe setting off into the wilderness, but now she's put the idea of getting lost out there. I can't help but think about it. You won't, right? Chloe angles a smirk over at me, but it falters when she sees my face. Jesus, Max, you're not actually worried about this, right? I trust you. I trust you, Chloe. I know you'll do what's right for you. I glance at the photo again. I just think about you by yourself, and I get worried, and I know I really shouldn't because it's you, but I'm cut off by Chloe wrapping both her arms around me, nearly lifting me off my feet with the force of her embrace. I'm surprised, but I do my best to hug her back, even though she's kind of got my arms pinned. It'll be okay, Max. I know, but no, I promise, it will be. She doesn't say anything else, just hugs me for a little longer before letting go, and looks a little bashful when she pulls away. She jerks her head in the direction of some car wrecks, quickly turning away. I don't totally understand, but I meant it when I said I trusted her, so I just follow. She sits down on the hood of one of the cars, and I sit down beside her, looking carefully at the photo of her again. You're 100% sure that's the one you want to use? Yeah, I think so. I've got a good feeling about it. The contest is about feelings. Chloe just snorts. You artist and your feelings. Oh, don't give me that. She grins sideways at me and will teeth. Well, I mean, we're already here. I think we have enough time for a tiebreaker match. I grin back at her, sliding the photo back into my bag. I mean, if you're that eager to lose. Cocky. We'll see. She goes off, scrounging for makeshift swords, and I lean back on the hood of the car, watching her, fingers occasionally tapping at the thin, filmy photos still in my bag. Last day! I'm tired of their sword fighting BS. Like, it's cute. I realize you can't see me gesticulating. It's cute, but like, it's not cute anymore, you know? I don't think I've ever been this jittery in my life. Did I miss something? Oh, no. Okay. I came to class really early, mostly because of nerves, but there were already a lot of people there. I guess I'm not the only one anxious about submitting their photo. But no Chloe. For a second, it doesn't really faze me, because Chloe's always late, you know, typical Chloe. Then I remember Friday is Chloe's last day in Arcadia, and I have no idea when she's leaving. What if she already... Max! Oh, dude, you were totally zoned out. You startled me, asshole. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. You had your nervous face on anyway, though, so I figured, what's the harm? I was nervous she'd already skipped town, jerk. Chloe's eyebrows raise, and she falls back on her heels a little, hands in her pockets. What? Max, no way. I'm still owed several overdramatic goodbyes. Also, as if I'm gonna let you run the victory lap all by yourself. Before I can warn her that there might not be a victory lap, she keeps talking, reaching idly towards the back of her neck. Anyway, I needed to give you this. I don't really realize what she's doing until she pulls her knuckles over her head, bringing it down into one hand and stringing it out with the other. Oh, Chloe, you really don't have to. Shut up, I want to. Anyway, it's for luck. She motions for me forward, and I step into her space, a little shy. She lifts it over my head with both hands, tugging my hair gently out from under the string as it passes. Her gaze is weirdly focused, following the necklace as it goes past my throat, my collarbone coming to rest around my sternum, cool and surprisingly heavy. I feel like I've been staring at her face too long. Thanks. No problem. For a second, she just lingers there, fingers loose and light near where the bullets lie, low, close to my ribs. We're really close together. I still haven't looked away from her face. Then she falls back again, looking back up at me and grinning. Now we're definitely going to win. I've done my contribution. Your contribution was way bigger than the bullet necklace, Chloe. Even though I really appreciate it, like, majorly. Just what? When I hesitate, she rolls her eyes and steps forward again, tilting my chin up slightly with two fingers so our eyes meet. Out with it. I just don't want to let you down. I mean, before I can go on, her fingers leave my chin and flick my forehead, light but sudden. Not possible. Max, I told you before, I don't give a shit about the contest. Well, I mean, I do, because you care about it. But I just wanted us to hang out and have a good time and have you be happy with the photo. And we did, and you are, right? Her expression is genuinely questioning, and I stand up a little straighter, smile at her because, yeah, after all, she's right. Yeah, I'm happy. She brightens up, then ruffles my hair, grinning when I squawk and push her away. Good. Me too. Well, I think someone wants to talk to you, so I'll catch you in class. Get your running shoes on for the victory lap, Max. Do some stretches. You do some stretches. She laughs, easing her way into the classroom in languid, carefree movements, and I watch her go, a little knot in my belly. I really don't want her to go. It's an awful cliche thing, having a crush on your best friend, but this week's really proved to me that I can't deny or ignore the way I feel about Chloe. She's the most important person in my life. And now it's probably way too late to tell her. I don't know if I'd have the courage to even, if time wasn't running out. I just want to be with her for a little longer at least. Should talk to Kate. Hey, Max. Hi, Kate. How have you been? I'm okay. You don't sound so sure. I'm fine, really. It's just been a hectic week with the contest. I know what you mean. Chloe and I have been busy too. She was really determined to help me out. That's so sweet. If anyone can motivate Chloe, it's you, Max. And it looks like she's the only one here who's not nervous about the results. Chloe's just mastered the art of looking like she doesn't give a shit. She is good at that. How are you feeling, Max? Still kind of nervous. It was a lot of fun, though, hanging with Chloe so much. And thanks to her, we got an awesome photo. At least, I hope it's good enough. I have no doubt. All your photos turn out great. Chloe tells me the same thing, but I don't know. You just need to have faith in yourself, Max. I know I do. I can always count on you for that. So you better trust Chloe when she says it too. You two make a perfect team. I think so too. We've always been close. I can tell. I hope it stays that way. Yeah, I hope so too. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Anyway, class is about to start. Maybe we can grab a cup of tea later? If you're not too busy. Never too busy for you, Kate. I promise. Can I skip them? Guess I won't. Ooh. What do you want, man? Wow, Victoria, maybe I just want to see how the contest was going for you. Want to see my winning submission, you mean? It's okay. No one's gonna hold it against you when you lose. You're right, no one is. Chloe and I tried our best, and that's what matters. Oh god, I almost forgot. You were working with Price. How did it feel, having to work with an aspiring junkie? Don't talk about her like that. I'm only calling it as I see it, but I'm not surprised you haven't, with how grossly starry-eyed you are. Oh, you're awful. I don't know why I bother. You don't know a thing about Chloe, so just quit it. You're right, I don't, and I don't plan to. Being exposed to that would only give me a headache. Shut up, Victoria. Chloe's better than you'll ever be. She knows. Real fucking hurtful, Max. Boo-hoo. If I'm such a chore to talk to, get the hell out of my face. Fine, I will. That was fruitless. I just don't trust her. Look at these eyebrows. Not gonna lie, I'll be glad when this contest is over. I think I can guess why. I totally thought that you and Chloe being busy all week would give me all this time to hang out with my other friends, because you know how Chloe just hates the Vortex Club's guts? Anyway, I thought this would be a good chance to chill with them for a few days, but I'm already so sick of them all. I've been way too overexposed. It was so much better when I was just partying with them. They're surprisingly unfun sober. That's not surprising at all. True that. So, what's Chloe's ransom? Should I deliver it in a suitcase? What's the drop-off point? You know Chloe's priceless. Ooh, price. I know, I'm just teasing. I'm actually really glad you guys had this contest to work on together. It makes me happy to see Chloe so happy, and nothing makes her happier than you do. You really think so? Max, I know it. When I met Chloe, she was in a really rough place. But no matter how hard things were for her, every single time she talked about you, it was like powers on, all lights went up inside her. Maybe she's awful at showing it sometimes, but you're irreplaceable. I'd know. Well, you're really important to her too, Rachel. Yeah, but in a different way. A different way? Oh, really cute, Max. I don't think I get it. If you don't now, you will soon. Let's all hang out together soon, just the three of us. I've got some big news to share and I've been dying to spill it. Now you're talking sense. I'll catch you guys later. Alright. I know you're all excited, but I need to have you all seated. I don't even remember what voice I did for next talk. Have I got everyone's photos? Everyone's eyes are on Mixed Dog as they shuffle through the photos spread out on their desk. I'm really impressed by the amount of students. Excuse me, I was gonna take a nap, and I didn't. And I forgot I set an alarm to wake me up from that nap. That didn't happen. About half of every class has put an entry in. And now with these, I can finally start deliberations. Lucky for you all, that means that you can use this period to study. The hum of chatter starts up immediately. Quietly. And then dies down with some protests and groans. I'm kind of thankful for the opportunity. I put my head down and opened my textbook, but although I try to focus, it's pretty hard. I guess Chloe and I aren't the only ones hoping to win. It feels like the longest hour of my life. Every time Mixed Dog moves at their desk, I think they're about to announce the winners, and I jump a little. When they finally do stand up, clipboard in hand, I go rigid in my seat. I catch Chloe's gaze. She grins at me and then nods a bit in encouragement. She doesn't look nervous at all, just supportive and satisfied, like we've already won. Goodness, this was so difficult. I know that the deadline was short and that a lot of you devoted much of your free time this week to your entry. I truly wish that I could award more than one winner. The theme of the contest, bonds, was a broad concept, and I'm thrilled to see so many different interpretations of it here. That's what photography is all about, personal expression, showing the world the way that you see things. That said, there's one entry in particular that truly embraced this theme. I need some tea. I can't breathe. This photo captures a sense of wanderlust and youth embodied in the subject, with the photographer's empathy to this aura serving as almost a second lens. My heart skips a beat, or 10. There's no way they're talking about our photo. The unique vision of this novice photographer makes me think that we'll see some amazing things from them in the future, and hopefully they'll continue collaborating with their partner. So I'm extra pleased to announce that the winners of the second annual Blackwell Photo Contest are Maxine Caulfield and Chloe Price. No way! Congrats! We're gonna erupt some applause and cheers, and I don't think that would actually happen. And I'm frozen in my seat for a moment, letting compression catch up with the rest of my body. I'm only just managing to get onto my feet when Chloe's by my side, pulling me up by the hand and grinning so hard it looks like it hurts. You fucking won! She pulls me up by the upper arms, almost off my feet, and crushes a kiss between my eyes. Almost hard enough to hurt. Vaguely, I'm aware of Rachel wolf whistling behind us, but my senses are pretty much completely overlaid by shock and by Chloe, beaming and bright and right in front of me. I'm dizzy when she sets me back onto my feet, clutching at her elbows, and she grins at me, just pure delight. Oh my god, we fucking won! She crows with laughter, reaching down to squeeze both my hands. What'd I fucking tell you? You're amazing! The bell rings and the class starts to filter out. The two of us are swept with congratulations, it claps in the back for a few moments, and after some brief conversation with Rachel and Kate, it's just the two of us again. I can't believe this. I can. Max, I knew you'd win, and you did, because no one can even compare to your photography chops. She's so excited, my cheeks actually hurt from smiling now. We won, Chloe. There's no way I could have done this without you. This is like... I'm happy, but it's so cheeseball. That just makes her smile softer, fonder, and she reaches down to squeeze one of my hands. Thanks, Max. I'm really, really proud of you, though. I'm glad we won. It's stupid, but I'm really glad. I want to better articulate it, how I'm glad that Chloe will have this memory, that we're partying on a victory, that hopefully this will make her remember us first and foremost as an unbreakable bond. But before I can, she just squeezes my hand again. It's not stupid. I totally get it. And you know what? We should go celebrate you right now. I'm gonna take you somewhere. My eyes go a little wider. I can't help it. The sun's already waning outside. I don't know what Chloe's planning for an exit time, but logically I know I shouldn't keep her here and make her leave at rush hour. Right now? Right now. She looks so intent though, and I'd be an awful liar if I even tried to pretend that I didn't want to monopolize her time. Okay, let's go. That brings her grin back up to full luminosity, and she reaches for my other hand and squeezes that one too before slinging an arm over my shoulders. Awesome. Max and Chloe taking their final victory lap around Arcadia Bay after all. You better not make me run anywhere. No chance. I'm driving anyway. She pulls me a little more firmly into her side, and I can't help but lean against it, the warm and familiar way of her. Okay, let's go for a drive. You keeping your eyes closed? Yeah, but... No buts! I'll tell you when I open. So I keep them shut. I think I'm starting to get an idea where we're headed, though. The air smells salty. A few moments later, the truck slows down to a stop, and I hear Chloe get out, then come around the other side to open my door, taking both my hands and gently guiding me out. Okay, open. This is where we found out the world was ending. I can hear the rush of the waves already, but I still smile when I open my eyes and see the ocean there, and Chloe beaming in front of it. The sky's so pretty. That just makes her grin wider. All for you. I made a few calls. To the light pollution police? Yep, uptight sons of bitches, but at least they have a sense of atmosphere. I laugh and she does too a moment, without looking away from my face. I try to stay focused on her and the sea too, and if I look behind me, all I'm gonna see is her truck, stocked for leaving. Her necklace feels heavy against my sternum, suddenly. I reach for it. I should give this back to you. Definitely served its purpose as a good luck charm. She looks at me in mild surprise and startles when she sees me start to pull it over my head, immediately reaching out to press it back against my throat. What? No, Max, I'm giving it to you. Anyway, the necklace and luck had nothing to do with winning a contest. That was all you. She smiles at me, easy and fond, and my heart squeezes in my chest a little. Absolutely not, Chloe. I told you, there's no way I would have been able to win without you. She huffs a little, taking a step away from me backwards, and I lose her gaze for a second. Max, thanks, but I was a prop. A really hot prop, though. Sure, but seriously, Chloe, this picture really wouldn't exist without you. And I mean, not just because you're in it. I said it before, photography is all about. She cuts across me, suddenly looking at me again. Emotions, right? I falter for a second, my expression serious, not solemn. I nod a little bit, suddenly feeling a little shy. Yeah, and I mean, I pause again. The words, I don't feel about anyone the way I feel about you, are on the tip of my tongue. But I glance back and there are a lot of boxes in the back of her truck. You mean a lot to me, obviously. Her lips quirk, but she just nods, still just watching me. I feel kind of small under her gaze, uncertain in a way I hate. An entire week to prepare and I still have no idea what to say to her. I'm still not ready. I'm really glad we did this together. She nods again, coming over a few steps to stand next to me. My head tilts, but I don't turn to face her full on. I just keep staring out at the ocean. The photo? Oh, well, yeah, but spending the week together, too. I know you must have had so much going on with Rachel and Joyce and getting ready to go, and thanks, I guess. You made a lot of time for me. The sun's setting, golden hour, both of us awash in a soft yellow light. Chloe's got her hands braced against the hood of the truck. It's an awful cheesy thought to have, but briefly, I'm relieved that Chloe and I had the same sunset again this last time. I wasn't making time for you. You're my best friend. I want to be with you. Her voice sounds delicate against the roaring of the waves, a few feet away, firm but fallible. I glance sideways at her to find she's already looking at me, unblinking and unreadable. I'm not sure who moves first, but a moment later we're hugging fiercely, her arms tight around my shoulders and mine around her waist. She smells the same as she always does, smoke and leather and some kind of sharply clean scent, tinged with the salt of the sea. I breathe her in, trying to commit it to memory. I really, really don't want to cry, but I really don't think I can help it at this point. There's no way she'll be able to blame me if I do. I'm going to really miss you. I want to say more. I want her to promise me she'll text me every day and tell her I'll be thinking about her all the time and how I want her to be happy. Most of all, but my voice cracks on you and I have to stop before I even start. She brings one hand up and ruffles my hair, soft before running her fingers through it, hand trailing down the back of my neck slow. I shiver a tiny bit and hug her tighter. Absence makes the heart grow fonder or whatever, right? I laugh, a little damply, and I'm about to say I can't be any fonder of her than I already am, but she keeps talking. By the time I get back, you'll be totally in love with me. Ooh. I go still before I can stop myself, and immediately try to relax again before she notices, but I don't move fast enough. Her hands move to my shoulder, and she holds me out, just to look at me. She's not frowning, but her gaze is intense, and I wince. Good job keeping it together, Max. Oh my god, my throat. It's been so long since I've had to talk for this long. You know, the whole being a hermit thing. Max. Chloe, come with me. Aww. We just stare at each other for what must be at least a minute. Then I sputter. What? Come with me, Max. Her fingers are digging into my shoulders, and she still hasn't even blinked. A I'm just stunned. Surely there's a step in this conversation that I've missed. Are you serious? Come with you, like, on your trip? Yeah. Her grip loosens up some of my shoulders, but she keeps holding on to me. Her face is half in shadow from the sunset, but there's uncertainty creeping into the half I can see. I know it's last minute, but crap, I just want to be warm. I laugh a little hysterically, and that gets a tiny smile to curl on her cheeks for a moment before she continues. But like, I have some extra duffel bags, and you're way more organized than I am, and I chalked in a few extra hours to get you ready when I was accounting for driving time, so if you wanted to, you could. We could. She looks so tentative, but her hands are so firm on my shoulders. I'm still totally caught off guard, still dazed, but... You're not joking? Our eyes meet again, unyielding, and for a moment I expect her to do the Chloe thing and quip, lighten up the mood, but she only nods, biting her lip. No, I'm not. I was thinking about, asking you at the beginning of the week, but you're all excited about the contest thing and I didn't want to freak you out. So you thought telling me you were leaving forever would make me less freaked out? My voice is awful, shrill, and young, and I can't help but laugh at the sound of it, in a series of short, nervous giggles. Chloe laughs along with me, eyes never leaving my face, even as she lets go of my arms. I look like a blob right now because of this blanket. I promise I'm not in real life. Sorry. I also was worried about, I wasn't worried totally, I just wasn't sure. She falters for a second and looks away, and I roll forward on my heels a little to meet her eyes again. At the motion, her gaze turns back to my face and she swallows. I didn't know if you'd want to go. Go with me. Be with me. Oh. Do you want to? This is such a Chloe thing to do, impulsive and completely unexpected and passionate, and it catches me so off guard I can't help responding, instinctual. Yes. Her eyebrows shoot up so high I can't see them past her hairline. I giggle, nervous, and completely shocked at myself. What the hell are you saying, Max? This is so not like you. You really want to? But then I look back at her and it's an expression I've never seen on Chloe in my whole life, stunned and apprehensive and hopeful and tentative all at once. I feel like my heart could burst open for her. Yeah, I want to go. I want to be with you. She blinks once, twice, and her lips tug up for just a second before her face bunches in worry again. Are you sure, like, you've got school and all your photography stuff, and I know it's super important to you, and you have, like, other friends here other than me, and I mean, I'm not sure if do you want me to come or not? She cuts herself off with a surprised, breathy laugh and just blinks again, waits for me to speak again. Her eyes are big and bright. First of all, do you know how many Blackwell students have skipped town in the middle of the year to go seek enlightenment? It's basically a rite of passage to become a real artist. She snorts, but she still looks incredulous, watching me intense and quiet. Besides, I like the idea of doing something impulsive, something an actual professional, good photographer would do. You already are good. Second of all, you're super important to me, more than any... Her eyebrows shoot way up, and I immediately stop myself, back up. This is a good moment, but it's a delicate one. I can't mess this up. I want this to happen. I want to be with her. I want to come with you. Let me come with you. There's a moment of stillness in between us, almost long enough to make me nervous. Then her face cracks open in a smile so big it's like she just can't contain it. Are you serious? I grin back, still feeling a little shocked at myself, but mostly just stupidly happy. Are you serious? She laughs in complete delight and sweeps me up in a hug again, lifting me off my feet and spinning me around. And I'm laughing too much to tell her to put me down, so instead I just wrap my arms around her neck. She sets me back down on my feet after a moment, but she keeps her arms around my waist, our faces close as she starts chattering excitedly. Okay, so we need to stop by your dorm. I can help you with, anything, with everything. We should probably stop by my house again to grab the clothes you have there, and God, we should probably tell Rachel, and she stopped herself, probably because she ran out of air, and just grins at me, breathless. I grin back, and I feel light, like the sun is shining right through me. And her voice falters a little, and she reaches up with one hand to brush some slightly sea-swept hair out of my eyes. Her hand lingers there for longer than is probably necessary, and we're just looking in each other's eyes, and I can't help but notice, this person got excited writing this, that her hand is shaking just a little bit. The adrenaline rush of saying yes is still pumping through me, and that's what gets me rolling up onto my toes, gripping her waist a little more firmly for balance, and pressing my lips to hers, soft. She stiffens up a little bit and inhales sharply through her nose, and I immediately pull away, admittedly spooked, not sure if this reaction is just surprise or also horror. Which, considering I'm hardly a paragon of experience and could be totally blatching this, is entirely plausible, whatever. But when I look up again, the only emotion I can read on her face is pure shock. Fuck. I mean, she blinks at me once, twice, then laughs. Her laughing startles me for a second, and I go to pull away from her, but her grip on my hips just goes tighter and she reels me back in. Aww. I barely have any time to react before she kisses me again, falling a few steps back so she's leaning against the hood of the truck, me flush against her. Oh, I wasn't wrong. Chloe actually, she kisses me for a long moment, for almost longer than I'm ready for, but I just stand on my toes, do my best to kiss her back despite surprise and inexperience and overwhelming relief. I'm pretty sure she only pulls away in order to breathe, but even then, she keeps her eyes shut, our foreheads together. I'm staring though, searching her face framed between my hands. She looks so gentle. She looks so happy. Chloe. She just laughs and shakes her head a little bit. Eyes still closed. Just glowing. Max, what? Even I'm surprised by how soft my voice is. She just breathes out another laugh. I totally was going to kiss you. I'm fucking furious. It was gonna be so romantic and you beat me to it. I blinked for a second, then burst out laughing. It's so Chloe, needlessly competitive over something so sweet. Was it gonna be more romantic than literally ask me to run away with you? It was gonna be more romantic than you saying yes to running away with me, but tragically you messed it up for yourself. My cheeks hurt from smiling. The sun is so warm on my back. Chloe's hands are warm on my waist and firm. That's disappointing. It is, it really is, but you know, I'm willing to make I press back up to kiss her again, and she giggles against my mouth before leaning back in, pulling me even closer to her. The sun's going down. By the time we get back to the dorms, pack all my things, get in touch with Joyce and my parents, and get on the road, traffic will probably be hell. But that's alright. Chloe and me, we have all the time in the world. Aww. Aww, cute. It was getting too cheesy for me, like, this last chapter, it was, like, too much, but it culminated well, in the end. It was sweet. Super gay, super good. Yay! Oh, it's Lisa, the houseplant. So, like I said, I'm gonna be streaming, or I'm gonna be recording more, that also means I'm going to be streaming more, and I've been streaming some on the side on my Twitch. I had to burp. So check that out if you haven't, because it's just easier for me to stream, honestly, than making videos. But I am going to be making a card opening video this week. I'll show you what I got, because it's all right here. I'm going to be finally opening... That was unprofessional. I'm going to be finally opening this blister pack. And I have 3 Fates Collide separate packs. And I'm probably going to be getting some of the new ones that were just released. I don't remember the set name. So I will be doing more card openings. My channel's not dead, just to let you know. I'm also going to be starting Pokemon Naranja, Pokemon Orange. And I think it's like sort of a play through the Orange Islands episodes in the Pokemon anime. I'm going to be playing that. Or I might be playing Pokemon Black, which is the one where Pokemon can actually die. Like, before official Pokemon Black existed, there was this. And it's like a mod. So, maybe both. You'll see. Tell me what you want me to play down below. I'm open to any suggestions. Also, on my channel on Twitch, I play lots of things, so check that out too, and it's linked in my info on my channel. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you again soon.